Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to episode 12, promo of the Outsiders podcast. As always, I'm Tom E. Guns, hanging out with my man Mean Dean and JG. What up, fellas?
Well, I got 5 on it.
You got 5 on it? Let's do this. Let's roll it up.
I got 5 on it.
JG, you want to chime in on that one?
Let's go.
All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, just got to keep you updated. We are doing our live podcast on WrestleMania Sunday, the 2nd of April at 1 p.m. Mountain Time. Tune in, watch us, talk about our love of wrestling. We may be wearing masks, we may be freeballing it, we may be topless. We may have our women, we may not. Who knows? But just tune in, send us your questions, and always, thank you for listening.
Yeah, absolutely. It's going to be an awesome show.
Yep.
You never know what's going to happen. Yep.
Well, now we got the promo out of the way for WrestleMania. Today, I'm feeling location. And we're on the topic of WrestleMania, so let's talk best and worst locations. What are your guys' opinions on this?
I'll shout this one out first. I think the best location so far is Madison Square Garden. You're talking WrestleMania 10, talking WrestleMania 20, Benoit winning the title, Guerrero retaining the title, WrestleMania 10 with that Shawn Michaels Razor match, Bret Hart versus Owen Hart. It's really hard to top. And of course, WrestleMania 1, the first one of all time. So I was actually surprised they didn't go back for 30 and they went to the Superdome. Yeah. But they don't like doing Coliseum shows anymore for WrestleMania. They need to sell those tickets, right? I liked the Coliseum. It almost gave it a rabid feel for the fans. Like they were antsy. They need to get out of their seat.
Reminded me of that Gladiator feel.
Yeah. Absolutely. Staying in New York, my least favorite location was MetLife Stadium. I believe that was WrestleMania 29, if I'm not mistaken. Rock versus Cena, I don't really give a shit. I think it was Punk versus Cena as well. Or no, Punk versus Undertaker, which was okay. Ultimately, the card didn't do it for me, but the stage didn't do it for me. The fans didn't do it for me. Talking about New York City, MetLife Stadium, I mean, you think it would be a lot crazier, and I don't know if it was just the weak card coming into it, weak build-up, but it just wasn't what I anticipated, so that was the worst for me.
Damn. I like it. Well, I'm going to start off with my best, which was a couple years ago, San Francisco.
Okay.
Was it WrestleMania 31, I think?
First one at Levi's Stadium.
Yep, and that, just the feel of it, like you tuned in. I paid my $75 because I didn't have the $9.99 network.
You still don't have the $9.99 network.
I'm going to start piggybacking off.
You're going to get lynched by the Illuminati.
Let's start a GoFundMe.
Yeah, start a Kickstarter.
We need $9.99 so we can get Tommy Guns, the network.
Do it up. But, paid my money, watched it, and just the feel of it. It started out that ladder match and the sun shining down on everybody. And just there was that big spot where Dean Ambrose went through the ladder at the beginning.
On his neck.
On his neck, and you're like...
From Harper.
Like, fuck me, but that just... Even the crowd seemed amped, and like...
They did.
The intros were cool, like the stage setup was cool. So that was my favorite. And going with my least favorite, the worst spot I felt... And it's weird, because I'm a Vegas guy. Those who know me know I love Vegas. So I would go to Vegas. You said, hey, let's go to Vegas right now. I'd say, fuck, let's go. But the worst location for me was Vegas. There's so much to do.
Caesars.
I get for like other events, but no.
I agree what JG talked about it before we started this. I like the setup of it, but man, it was busy.
Yeah.
It was real busy. I mean, it was tough to really have the show that Vince wanted.
Yeah.
Right? JG, what do you think?
For me, my worst is going to be Orlando. I don't know. For some reason, when they're down that way, guys, it just really doesn't have that feel to me.
Is it like the time change difference? Like they're a couple hours ahead?
It could be, and it's not only that, man. I really look at Florida different than I look at other locations for all sports. It's just like when the Miami Heat had LeBron James, Dwayne Wade, and Chris Bosh, man. Their fans don't even show up until halftime. And you got one of the best teams in the league. So what makes me think you're going to do any better for the WWE? And then what do they do to them? Give them the same poor performance.
Right.
So for me, it's going to be Orlando. And it's not so much anything outside of other than the fans that are in that location. I'm not saying you guys are bad fans. I'm just saying you guys just don't put enough to get me involved. Because part of the thing is being wrestling fans to get us involved in that match is you guys as well, the ones who are live in there. You guys let us know what you guys think from that first-hand view. And then my best, as crazy as it sounds, I don't have a specific spot. It's more like anywhere in Texas. I just really like the way they do things when they go down there.
Everything's bigger in Texas.
Everything's big. And the other saying, only steers and queers come out of Texas. But and I figure Stone Cold's a steer, so... But I don't know, man. They just really do it. They come alive. I know they always usually bring in Stone Cold, Shawn Michaels, the Texas boys, when they go down to that area, man. But for some reason, those fans just seem to get into it, man. I guess it's one of them things. With the Cowboys losing all them years, for some reason, their fans still loved them.
Yeah.
Even if the WWE is poor at the time, the fans of Texas always still show that love. So.
And you get a lot of people that travel to, watch WrestleMania.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah.
So, in Texas is a pretty cool state to be.
I agree, 100%. I think some other shout-outs we can give. The ones I really liked is they had 14 in Boston, which was a great one, and then they had 15 in Philly, which was also a great one.
Yeah.
Which one did you go to?
I went to the one in Houston, WrestleMania 25. Stone Cold got inducted. Card wasn't that great, but I think it was one of the last... It was one of the last pay-per-view WrestleManias that they had Money in the Bank ladder match. That one was the second time CM Punk won.
Yep.
That was also Shawn versus Taker #1, which was a phenomenal match. The main event sucked. It was H versus Orton.
Yep.
And Big Show and Edge, or Big Show versus Edge versus John Cena. Fun fact, if you do go back, watch WrestleMania 25, see John Cena's entrance when he slides in the ring and does his stupid little 3 fingers up or whatever.
The Illuminati sign?
Yep. And then you see this fat head right by the camera with the big wide shot of WrestleMania, and you see a fat head and a guy clapping. That's me. Watch that shit. It's real.
And if you could specifically point out which one Mr. Mean Dean is, we'll shout you out.
Yeah, we'll shout you out. Whatever. You see that one guy just sitting there. Yeah, I mean, Astrodome was dope. Hogan and Rock off the charts. Fan participation.
Yeah.
What are some other ones?
Other locations that were good for Mania, man. For me, I did enjoy the Caesar, like you said. It was just too busy.
Yeah.
What do you think about this though? What place would benefit from having WrestleMania come?
For me, man, it's real simple. I'm gonna be super selfish on this one, man. I want them to come to Denver, Colorado. And the reason why is because we're from Denver, Colorado. It's right up the street. Instead of having to pay airfare and everything else in the world, I can roll out of bed, go see Mania, go right back home, or go out to some parties, and be at work Monday morning without having to take that time off, which I would anyways, because, let's be honest, that's when you got to go hang out.
Yeah. And WWE needs to understand that Denver's climate's changing. It's been the last 2 years around this time, it's been like 70, 80 degrees outside. It's snowing in the east, and you're going to have an east pay-per-view. Yeah. Not like it's snowing in Florida, but...
Just make sure you don't have a wellness check after you leave Denver, Colorado.
Come do it at the unnamed Broncos Stadium, or whatever you want to call it. Mile High Stadium, Sports Authority Field, Invesco, whatever you want to call it. Come do it there. Don't even have to go to Pepsi. Do it at Coors Field. That would be dope as shit.
Really cool.
I agree with you. Another place that I think it'd be cool to see is, again, I'm more biased to the Coliseum, so... I'd definitely like to see him go back to MSG, but I'd like to see it in Chicago again.
Me too. Chicago really does it right, too, and the fans aren't afraid to tell you how they feel.
What about like a place like, I don't know, you got like somewhere off the map,
I'd like to see him do it right in Vegas. Let's just say hypothetically they build that stadium for the Oakland Raiders, or if they even go.
Oh, that'd be perfect. Yeah.
Do it there, man.
We need more people to
Hawaii.
We need a lot of.
Can you imagine? Hawaii would be dope. Can you imagine a Vegas WrestleMania trip?
That would be incredible. Damn, we might not be coming back, guys. That might be the last T.O.P. you ever hear.
Tommy Guns will not get kicked out of a casino this time.
Well,
it looks like we got a story for another day, guys.
Shame on you, man.
Hey, that's the perfect reason to watch that live show. You can ask Tommy Guns all about that.
Yeah, you can ask him about his alcohol problems.
Allegedly.
But yeah, man, I think Hawaii would be awesome, man. Let's get somewhere over in Europe, man.
Europe would be cool.
Like Spain.
You think they could do Wembley?
Wow.
Like they did SummerSlam?
Wembley. You're making huge moves.
Should they sold out SummerSlam 92?
Damn, man. Let's do it again.
Yeah.
I got family over in Scotland.
I don't, but I'm down.
Well, shit.
Close it out.
Well, guys, we had to get your opinions on these locations. Thanks for tuning in, and as always, follow us on Facebook, Twitter. Hell, we might even set up an Instagram. Who knows? Just follow us. Keep listening.
Follow the T.O.P.
And subscribe on YouTube.
For Mean Dean JG, I'm Tommy Guns. Out.
Later.
Peace.